Sumeet Bagadia, Associate Director, Choice Broking, is now joining us. Sumit, good afternoon. What's your view on the markets? You think an absolutely lackluster movement in the Nifty would continue?
Good afternoon, Pankaj. Well, there is a possibility that we might see upside move above 7800 levels. See, as far as the move is concerned, this is an expiry week, so we should see some volatility in next 2 to 3 days time horizon. Especially in next 2 days, there should be some volatility, and on downside, 7700, say 7680 should act as a support. 7700, there is highest put writing has taken place at 7700 level, so I think 7700 markets will not break 7700 so easily, and on higher side, as soon as 7800 is taken away, we might see a sharp upside move in which there is a possibility that we might see Nifty 2 at around 7850 7900 levels in next 2 days time horizon. I think a fresh short should be initiated only below 7700 levels. Till the time 7700 is not taken away, any dips till 7700 should be used as buying opportunity, and today's move was very stagnant, and it shows that markets are not able to break the lower levels, and from lower levels we have seen some buying happening today, and markets are almost near day's high. I think this move should continue for tomorrow also, and we should see levels of 7800, and above that we can see levels of around 7900 also in next 2 days time horizon.
Right. So, just stay on with us. About a minute remaining for closing. Grasim is up about 2%. ACC is up 2%. Actually, it's not that bad a closing as one would have expected. So, Nifty is up 28, 29 points. Sensex is up about 95. So, we've seen a recovery coming in the last 10 minutes or so. SBI up 1%. ITC up 0.5%. Bank of Baroda down about 1.3. Hindalco down about 0.25%. Tata Power 1.8% higher. Idea Cellular down 3%. Tata Steel up 1.3, 317. NTPC up about 2%. Axis Bank 1% higher, 490. BHEL 0.6% lower. Adani Ports 0.3 on the lower side. Reliance up about 1% or so. ONGC 0.6 lower, 206. Tech Mahindra up about 0.7. Cipla down about 0.6. Lupin up 0.5%. Ambuja Cement up 1.25%. Z Entertainment up 1%. 440. Aurobindo Pharma down about 4%. No specific news flow on Aurobindo Pharma, but results come out on 30th. Sun Pharma 1.4% lower. Yes Bank absolutely flat. Coal India down about 0.5%. Kotak Mahindra Bank 0.6% lower. Power Grid down about 1%. Infosys up about absolutely flat actually. HDFC Limited up 1.28%. Bharti Infratel 0.5% higher. Tata Motors DVR 0.6% higher, 261. HCL Tech 0.8 higher. IndusInd Bank down about 0.6%. GAIL absolutely flat. L&T flat with a positive bias. Wipro down about 0.5%. HUL up about 0.5%. BPCL down 2.5%. HDFC Bank up about 0.5% or so. That's the closing bell. TCS on your screen down 1%. Asian Paints up 1.4%. Hero MotoCorp up about 0.5%. Maruti up about 0.3%. ACC 1% higher. Bajaj Auto down about 1.7%. Grasim was the top gainer, 2% on the higher side. NTPC was the next gainer. Yesterday it was Power Grid, and today it's at NTPC. ACC 1.9% higher, 27-28 rupees for ACC. Cement companies have done well, continue to do well today as well. Tata Motors up about 1.9, 389, 390 for Tata Motors, 10 million shares traded. Ultratech did particularly quite well, so ACC did well, Ultratech also did well. If you look at losers, Aurobindo Pharma was among the top loser, down about 4% towards closing. Idea Cellular was also on the lower side, down about 3% or so. BPCL results on 26th, that's day after. Sun Pharma among the losers, down about 2% or so. A lot of mid-cap names did not particularly do that well. So First Source Solution, it's a 30 rupee name. Let's just look at that, what happened there. It was up 6%. Let's look at some losers as well. So First Source was up 6%, 5.5 million shares in terms of volume. GVK Power was down 11%. Just Dial was down another 10%. It was down 8% yesterday, down 10% today, 6.3 million shares traded. JVK, of course, is a 5 rupee name. Balrampur Chini, I think it was a results impact. Yeah, for Balrampur Chini, results came out 5% on the lower side. Dish TV was down 7-8 odd percent, about 84 odd levels. Jammu and Kashmir Bank was down 7%. So, 56 rupees lower. At 56 rupees, lower by about 4.5 rupees. VRL Logistics, of course, was down 20% right from the word go since this morning. So these were some of the losers. Jubilant Food, of course, recovered off the day's low. Sumeet, any view on Jubilant FoodWorks? It recovered quite a bit from day's low. You think a panic bottom has been made?
Not exactly, Pankaj. I think still there is some more room left for the Jubilant Food. There is a possibility that we might see levels of around 960, 980 again. I think a bullish move in Jubilant Food can only be seen only if it is able to sustain above 1190, 1200 levels. Till the time these levels are not taken away on high side, there is a possibility that we might see again a fall in the prices, and on lower side we can see levels of around 980, 950 again. So I think at present it's weak. It's better to stay away from the counter. If anyone wants to initiate a position, then that should be on sell side with the stop loss to be placed at 1090, or to be very precise, 1100 should be the stop loss for the targets of 980, 960 levels.
Right, but would you want to short at these levels, or how would you want to approach this name? Because results also come out quite soon.
I think the stock is overall weak, and we have seen that Jubilant Food has been in a correction mode from 1700, 1800 levels. Overall, the structure looks weak to me. So I think no doubt today we have seen recovery from lower levels, but the overall scenario in Jubilant Food is looking weak to me. I think one can initiate sell position in Jubilant Food at CMP also, or if there is a small pullback in the price is still 1080 rupees, then that should be used as a selling opportunity with a stop loss to be placed at 1100 rupees on higher side, and on downside the immediate target would be 1000, and below 1000 we can see levels of around 960. So overall it's a sell on rise.
Right, sell on rise, but one has to look at the market and then go and sell, because it could be quite volatile as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. How would you look at Just Dial? 20% down in 2 days.
Pankaj, it's a weak counter. Just Dial is also a sell counter. I think Just Dial, anyone who is trading in Just Dial should initiate a sell position in Just Dial, because the overall structure is looking weak. Technically also the stock is weak, and today it has given a close below 650 level. 650 was the support for Just Dial. Now as far as the next view is concerned, I think still it's weak. On charts we can see levels of around 600. Immediate target on Just Dial would be 600. As soon as 600 is taken away, we can see fall till 550 levels. So overall, my view on Just Dial is we are expecting a sell off in the Just Dial for the targets of 550 levels. On higher side, 700, 725 will act as a resistance. So anyone who wants to initiate a sell position in Just Dial should be on sell side. One can initiate sell position at CMP also, or if there is a pullback in the prices till 670, 680 levels, then that should be used as a selling opportunity with a stop loss to be placed at 725 rupees on higher side for the downside, and initial target of 600 rupees, and below 600 we might see levels of around 550 also in next 10 to 15 days time horizon.
Right. As far as Dish TV is concerned, what's your view?
See, as far as Dish TV is concerned, I think the overall trend for the stock is bullish. No doubt in last 4 days we have seen some correction from higher levels. That means from the high of 97 we have seen a correction till 83, 84 levels. But I think that these levels are good levels to initiate a long position, because again on higher side we are expecting Dish TV to move up and touch levels of around 97, 98 soon. I think present levels are good levels to initiate a long position. That means if anyone wants to initiate a long position, then can initiate at around 83, 84 levels. Or if there is a small correction till 80 rupees, then that should be used as a buying opportunity with a stop loss to be placed at 78 rupees on lower side. And on higher side, our immediate target for Dish TV would be 92 levels. As soon as 92 is taken away, we can see extended move till 98 levels. So overall, for the targets of 98, one can initiate long position in Dish TV at CMP, or on dips till 80 should be used as buying opportunity with a stop loss to be placed at 78 rupees.
Right. Zee TV, similar view?
Yes, see, Z Entertainment is looking strong on charts. Overall, if you see the structure, Z has given a very good upside move. In fact, from the levels of 380, we have seen a sharp upside rally in which Z Entertainment has made a high of around 450, 455 levels. At present, after a correction of 20 or 15 rupees in last 4-5 days, now again it's time where one should start initiating long position in Z Entertainment. I think if anyone wants to initiate a long position in Z Entertainment, then can initiate at CMP also, or if there is a small correction in prices till 435 levels, then that should be used as a buying opportunity. And on downside, the immediate support is at around 428 levels. So the stop loss should be placed at 428, and on higher side, the immediate target would be 450. So first target would be 450. As soon as 450 is taken away, we can see extended move till 470 levels. So overall view on Z is bullish. One can initiate long at CMP, stop loss 428, target 450 and 470.
Right. How would you look at Colgate? From the day's low up 40 rupees, volumes were good, results were decent.
I think this is a purely a result impact, but overall, as soon as technical charts are concerned, I think the stock is finding some support at around 800 levels. So till that time 800 is not taken away, people who are holding long position in Colpal can hold on with their positions. Immediately on higher side, the stock will face some resistance at around 850 levels. So the major trend for Colpal would be or the major trend for Colpal can turn positive once if the stock is able to break 850 levels on higher side. I think if anyone wants to initiate a long position in Colpal, then can initiate on dips around then can initiate on dips at around 820 levels with a stop loss to be placed at 800 rupees for the upside target of 850. The major trend reversal will take place once if Colpal is able to break 850 on closing basis. As soon as 850 is taken away on closing basis, then we can see a fresh upside move in which Colgate-Palmolive can move up till 900 levels. Till that time 850 is not taken away, stock will move in a range of around 50 rupees. That means 800 rupees on lower side and 850 on higher side.
Right. How would you look at Shriram Transport? The move over there seems to be quite phenomenal.
Well, Shriram Transport is looking good, yes. Shriram Transport has given a good upside move, and in fact the stock is able to maintain its levels also. I think as far as the levels are concerned, 1150, 1156 levels are good levels to initiate a long position, and anyone who has taken long position at lower levels can maintain and hold on with their positions, because overall the stock is looking good to me. And on higher side we are expecting Shriram Transport to touch levels of around 1200 and 1250. So for the targets of 1250, one should hold on their positions, and if anyone wants to initiate a fresh long position, then can initiate at 1150, 1140 levels with a stop loss to be placed at 1110 on lower side for the upside target of 1200 and 1250 levels.
Right. Sumeet, thank you so much for taking out time for us. Always a pleasure talking to you.